That is amazing. Way to go. And I'm so excited, you guys, because corporate, obviously the goal is 1,000 rubies in the next 2 months. And as a pack, like I want us to have 40 of those. And I just think it's so awesome that it's the 22nd of the month and we already popped 2 brand new rubies, like started out as distributor this month, went executive and ruby in 20 days. Like amazing. Good job, you guys. Who else has some shout outs?
Charlotte's birthday today. They are up in the mountains, so she doesn't have real good service where she's at, but she double promoted and went ruby. And her dream was, she said for the last 2 months, she's been dreaming to go on ruby on her birthday, and she did that. So I'm pretty proud of that team.
That is so awesome. Vicky signed a loyal customer. Way to go, Vicky. Where are you? There you are. Good job. Focus group. Brandy stepped outside her comfort zone and hosted our call last night. Yes, thank you, Brandy, for hosting that power hour. Yes, amazing. Cami signed a loyal customer.
Want to shout Brittany.
Go ahead, Cora.
I want to shout out Brittany and Wendy for both stepping out of their comfort zones and stepping up with me.
I love it. You guys are about to be a team to be reckoned with. I just love it. Samara stepping up to help build her team and those who want to work. Larissa signed 4 new loyal customers last weekend and earned her shopping spree. Good job, Larissa. Is she on here? All right, and I got to shout out all these new people. We've got Uzi on with us. I'm sorry if I said your name wrong. Who else is brand new? Caitlin's Galaxy. I think that's a new name. Ashley, welcome. Who else is brand new with us that's on here? Am I missing anyone?
Who is the pack? That's the question.
That is Uzi, I think. I might be saying her name wrong. UZI. It is so unique. Okay. All right, you guys. So we're going to get started. I've got a little training for us to do together today. And then for the first half, and then we have a special guest who's going to kind of share her story, which I'm really excited about. Okay. So I want you guys to get your little piece of paper. Okay. And we're going to do a little bit of accountability first. Okay, so the first thing I want you to do is I want you guys to go to your Facebook page. Okay, so do this with me. Obviously, I'm not going to see a lot of faces, especially if you're using your phone to do this, but I want you guys to all go to your Facebook page today. And I want you to count how many posts did you make and how many were product posts, how many of them are business posts, and how many were personal posts. Okay, and I want you to write it in the chat. Okay, how many posts did you make and what were they?
Just for today or?
Just for today. You can do the last 24 hours. Okay, and then write it in the chat. We'll give it just a couple more seconds before we move on to the next thing. We're just counting our posts for today. How many did we make and what types were they? Okay. Now I want you to go to your story. Okay, so if I click on my picture right here, it's going to pull up my story. Okay, now in your story, I want to know if there is something about the business and if there's something about a product. Okay, if there is right now in your story, I want you to write yes, yes. If there's only product, so I want business first, product second. So if you have business but no product, then you'll write yes, no. If you have the opposite, no, yes. If you have both, you're going to write yes, yes. So you're going to flip through your story. Okay, if you don't have any, then you're writing no, no. Okay, next thing I want you guys to do is I want you to drop in the comments how many host-to-posts you have up today. And so for me, it's pretty simple. I just go into my Facebook and I click saved post because all of my host-to-posts I always save. So I click on the little menu and then I go to that little part right there that says saved. And I can count how many host-to-posts I have up just in the last 24 hours. Okay, you guys, so you're not doing stuff from yesterday where it says one day, you're just doing today in the last 24 hours. How many host posts do you have up? I want you to drop that number in the comments. All right, now my next one is going to take you a little bit of time. And some of you guys are participating, some of you guys aren't. I know that you're driving, I know that maybe be doing other stuff, but this is really important, especially if you want to be successful in this business, right? Is anyone having a light bulb moment here? Is anyone a little bit like embarrassed to put their stuff in? Anybody? So last thing that you guys are going to do is I want you to go to your messenger and I want you to scroll down until you get to the start of today. Okay, so like for me, my first message went out at 7:03 a.m. to Asia Bailey. Asia, are you on here? My first message of the day went to you, Asia, at 7:03. Okay, now what we're gonna do, guys, is you're gonna count from now till you get to the top. How many connections did you make? Now these might be team, right? You might have the run with the pack in there, chat. Don't count the run with the pack chat. Don't count any group chats that you're a part of. Don't count distributors. I want to know how many connections you had with people outside of the business. I want you to drop that number down in the comments, okay? So I'm not counting Asia, but I get to count all the ones that are not It Works people, okay? So we're not talking about who hasn't answered. We're just saying how many messages have you sent out today? Okay, to people that are not It Works, so not your team, not group chats. Could be happy birthdays. It could be host to post, reach out messages. It could just be maybe you message someone from a post or maybe they messaged you about something, but anything not It Works related, okay? Now, you guys get to be your own teacher in this sense, okay? You guys get to give yourself a score, okay? So you're gonna give yourself an A if you feel like you worked your business like a CEO would work their business today, okay? So you can give yourself an A plus, an A, or an A minus, okay? If you did okay, you can give yourself a B plus, a B, or a B minus, okay? A C plus, a C, or a C minus, or a D plus, a D, or a D minus, or an F. Okay, you guys give yourself a grade in the chat of where you think that you're at. Now, based on your work that you did today, is that going to get you where you want to be? Right, yes or no in the chat. Based on your work that you put in today, is that going to get you where you want to be in this business? Now, here's what I know. Every single person on this call, 38 people, had life happen today. Every single one of you had life happen today. Okay, maybe kids were sick. Maybe you had to stop at a red light longer than normal. Maybe you had an upset tummy. Maybe a crisis happened at school. Maybe everything went smooth. Maybe work stressed you out. Like every single person had life happen today. And guess what's going to happen tomorrow? Life is going to happen again tomorrow. Okay. And so my question is, are you going to keep saying the reasons why you didn't get your things done? Or are you going to start getting your things done? And I'm not going to tell you what those things are, because it's going to look different for every person depending on what stage you are, what you actually want out of this business, your life, you know, and what you're willing to invest or sacrifice in order to get to where you want to go. But what I'm tired of is people saying, I want this, I want this, I want this, but every day there's reasons why it's not getting done, right? Like who was typing in the chat and they're like, well, I only have 3 up because of this. And they wrote a reason, right? The reason doesn't matter. What matters is that it gets done, right? That's what matters. And luckily the night's not over. And I know that some of you guys like to work at night because you work a full-time job or whatever the case is. So like, I know that's not fair to you guys when you guys are like, well, I'm going to do this tonight. Well, that's fine. Okay. But it goes to show for everyone, we're not all A pluses, right? And we're not all A pluses every single day. And so what can we do to make sure that we're setting ourselves up for success, that every single day we can at least be an A? Okay. And so you guys get to set your numbers. How many host to posts will you get up a day? How many messages are you going to send out? How many posts are you going to make and what's it going to look like? Are you going to always keep something in your story? So there's no right or wrong answers with this. It's that these are the things that you can do to have success in your business. And if you don't do them on a daily, consistent basis, it doesn't work because people don't trust you. Okay. So the next thing I want you guys to do is I want you to go to your personal Facebook page and I want you to be real. Okay. Would you buy product from you based on your posts? Would you join your team based on your posts? Okay. I want every single person right now, go look at your Facebook page. You can scroll up the last few days. Are you attracted to you? Are you inspiring yourself? Okay. Go look at that. And then I want a couple of people to unmute and just kind of share their thoughts on what we've talked about so far. Or any areas of improvement that they'd want to do, or any ahas that they're having.
I will. I feel like I have reached out more because of my so-called past, and I'm putting myself out there, and it's really hard for me because of being judged my whole life. So, I mean, I'm letting people out there know more of what I've been through and wanting better for myself in my life and future.
And you guys, opening up and like letting people in is a way for them to trust you, right? If you're trying to be somebody that you aren't, if you're trying to hide things, then your Facebook page isn't authentic. It isn't you. And so opening up and being vulnerable about what you're going through, you know, that's something that I love that Chelsea has always done on her page, is like sharing her infertility journey, you know, and now she has a baby, you know, but she was open to the real, raw, and ugly about everything. And I know Holly made a really vulnerable post today. Kendra, I've seen yours, but you guys, like being you is what's going to help people know, like, and trust you. Okay. From looking at your page, does anybody even know that you sell products? And do they even know what they do? And do they even know if you're using them? Do people know that you own a business? Do people know that they can do it with you? Who else wants to share?
I will. I've been doing more personal posts online talking about like self-doubt, no stinking thinking. I think that's the saying that we all use nowadays, is the stinking thinking stuff. Opening up about myself. I've been doing product posts on the skincare products, actually putting the skincare products on as I'm doing the live video, to show that I use the products. I'm still trying to figure out how to do the copy posts because of holding the phone and making the coffee. And I'm still trying to figure that one out. I'm testing with it every single day, trying to do it right. So that one will come next. So, but it's called, okay, I know I'm not supposed to say trying. I am going to figure it out. I've just really opened myself up more to, I'm starting to be more comfortable doing the lives because I feel like that's more real to me, of me showing the more real me than doing just posts. So
I love it. And you guys, lives are super important. Like lives is where people can actually just see you and hear you. And like sometimes people never do lives and they hide behind filters, and then like you see them in real life and you're like, wait, what? Like I didn't even know that was you, you know, and that's not okay. Like, so lives are very, very powerful, even if you're just going live on your stories because you're not comfortable with it on your page. But I don't know, is Shailene on here? Shailene went live the other day, I think for the first time, and she had over 600 views on her live, which I feel like is huge on Facebook. The only time I've ever gotten more than 500 is if I've been doing a giveaway, a drawing for a giveaway, and so many people are sharing my video. Like that's the only time I've ever gone above. And she was so afraid to do it. And I messaged her and I said, oh my word, like this is insane. Like there was over 75 comments and she was like, I think I found my new calling. But she was so afraid to even go live that she could have missed out on like connecting with all those people. And I don't even think I didn't watch the whole thing, but it wasn't about the business. It was just about her life, you know, and just opening up. So lives are so, so powerful. Okay. Anybody else have anything that they want to share?
I want to share like I have always been able to be a little bit more like not salesy and like salesy, but a little bit more like upfront with what I'm doing, and it's always worked. Well, starting in July, it started not working as much for me. I'm like, I don't know what to do. So I've been playing around with it, you know, like just trying different things. And nobody really ever cared when I posted stuff about my family and my life before. Like my personal posts wouldn't get as many likes and comments as my product posts would. Like that's how it always was. But I started just posting about my family more and just owning that my life is a little bit chaotic and it's a little bit hot mess express. And that's just who I am. And it is okay. And I don't have to pretend to be somebody that has it all together. And guys, my algorithm, like it's blowing up. Like people are liking and commenting on my stuff where I'm having like people comment 40 comments on just like a random, literally random post. And that for me has never happened. Like I've never had that happen before. The most comments I ever got was a giveaway post. Like Tamika said, like that was, you know, people liked my product and my giveaway post. That's what they liked. And so I just want to say, like, if something's not working for you, but it's working for somebody else, don't get down on yourself for that. And then just keep trying. Like, and you can't just try once. You have to keep trying. Like I've probably tried 50 times the same thing and then it's not working. I'm like, hey, I need to switch it up, right? Like I don't just do it once. So just find you, own that, and just try to be better every day. And that's all that you can be. And that's all that matters. So I'm loving that.
That's a perfect segue into what I want to talk about next, you guys, is sometimes the Facebook algorithms, you guys, I don't get any likes or comments on my posts until like 3 days later. And then 3 days later, like something like all of a sudden people are seeing the post. And so consistency is key. And whether or not people are liking or commenting, you just have to be consistent. And so that's why I wanted to start the call with, did you even open up your business today? And some of you guys are brand new, so you definitely get grace because you'll learn how to do all this stuff. But all of this stuff matters. All of this stuff goes together. If you're messaging without the posting, then people they're reading your message, they're going and looking at your page, and you're like, either this person got hacked or they're not really serious about their business. If you're posting but you're not asking, then that's like people walking by your store, but you're not inviting them in. Okay. Anybody ever been to the mall? Like you're more likely to go in if someone's like, hey, how are you today? We've got some sales. Would you like to come in and see if there's anything for you? Wouldn't you walk into their store, even just to be nice? Right? Like you may not want anything, but like if they were like, hey, come in and check out my sales, like you would go in and you would be like, oh, okay. Like I didn't think it was for me, but maybe I'll check it out. Maybe there would be something. And so, you know, and then same thing with the stories. Why not use your stories? That's how I sent my customer yesterday. Is she screenshotted my story and circled. She's like, I want these. I said, okay, I'll set you up. Here's the customer program. She said, okay. I called and got her card information and I signed her up because I had it in my stories. And so why not utilize everything so you can get all the customers and they go together? Okay, you can't post without the messaging, you can't post without the messaging, and you can't message without the posting, because it just doesn't go without each other. Okay, if you want to treat your business like a business. So that's going to bring me into the next thing, is the algorithms. If you are not getting the likes and comments that you want on your post, number one, probably the same people keep seeing your post, and you have to mix it up. So the best way to mix up your algorithms is if you sort your Facebook friends from oldest friends first or newest friends first, and you go like and comment on some of their stuff, then what's it going to do? It's going to pop your name up in their news feed, and then they're going to go, or it's going to pop it in their notifications, and then they're going to go and check out your page. Now, all of a sudden, you've just changed your algorithms. And so if you're not engaging with people on a daily basis, or if you feel like you keep saying the same people stuff, then you have to go out of your way and you have to change it. It's not going to change on its own. Okay, if you want more engagements on your stuff, then you go engage on other people's stuff, and do it like for 10 minutes, 3 times throughout the day. Okay, just don't sit and do it for like an hour straight, because Facebook's not going to get all of those people in your newsfeed. But if you do about every 10, or if you just do it for about 10 minutes, a couple times throughout the day, then you're going to change up your algorithms. Okay, now the next thing I want you guys to do, and this is why you have your piece of paper, is I want you to, you don't need a lot of space for this at all. Okay, I just want you to do 3 columns. Some of you guys have done this before, some of you guys haven't, but this is a really good thing for you guys to check. Okay, so just 3 columns here, and you're going to write it works. So IW, you're going to write ads, and then you're going to write people, or ads/shares. Okay, those are going to go in the same one, and then people. So those are your 3: it works, ads/shares, and then people. And can I just say real quick, we had 40 people, someone must have hopped off, but there are ambassador diamonds who don't even get 40 people on their call, like on a team call. And like, this is freaking awesome, you guys. It's just a matter of when we go ambassador, because we have the team and the leaders for it. So shout out to all you guys for showing up and being here. It just makes my heart so happy. So,
before we start this, sorry, I don't know if you've seen the chat, but Kelly Jo said, see a lot of shares on new people's pages. Can you touch base on that?
yes, I can. Thank you. Okay, so it works, ads and shares, people. Okay, now you guys are going to go through your news feed, and you're going to get to count 20 posts. Okay, so when we do these tallies, it should total 20. We'll see. And you're going to put a tally mark if it's an it works person that you see in your news feed. You're going to put a tally mark if it's an ad, or that somebody shared something. So it might say like Caitlyn shared this recipe, that goes in the shared. Caitlyn would never do that, but it goes in the shared. Or if it's a person, like somebody who could be a potential customer, potential distributor. They're not an It Works distributor. It is a potential, maybe it's even one of your customers. That's fine. Okay. But it's a person that you could connect with and build a relationship with. Okay. So you guys are going to go ahead and you're just going to do 20 posts total, put your tally marks. And then I want you to put the 3 numbers just in the comments. So you're going to your newsfeed, and we're just using Facebook, you guys. I'm not an Instagram guru, so. Oh my goodness, I had to check my math like 3 times, because the last thing I wanted to do is mess that up for you guys, and then I would never live it down. I did make sure that mine totaled 20, okay? So when I did it, oh, Misty, I'm so happy to see you. Hello. Okay, when I did it, I was at 8, 1, and 11. So I had 8 It Works people in my news feed. I had one ad, and then I had 11 people. So that means when I'm on my Facebook working, I'm 50% effective. You guys see that? Right? And so and I mean, your algorithm, like, it changes all the time. Sometimes when I do this, all I see is It Works people. Other times when I do it, all I see is regular people. Or I have like different phases of my business where I see a lot of ads and shares. And then I have to keep hiding them. But you guys, Facebook is going to show you what it thinks you want to see based on what you are liking and commenting on or spending extra time reading. Okay. And so if you're going to treat your business like a business, if you want to be effective, you want to make sure that when you're on there, it's people that you can build connections with. So as you're scrolling and you're liking and you're commenting, you're not getting squirrel, you're legit doing work. Okay. One time, you guys try this with your husbands. One time, because if your husbands are like complaining that you're on your phone too much, I actually had Derek one time. I was like, hey, I'm going to work my Facebook. You work my Instagram. Will you just go like and comment on people's stuff? And he's like, well, what am I supposed to do? I'm like, just comment whatever comes to your mind. Like, just double tap on everything. Like, just go through, and he did it for 5 minutes and he was like, this is the worst. And I was like, yes, don't get mad when I'm on my phone because I'm legit engaging. This is what I'm doing for work, And so it's going to make your time more effective when there's more people than ads or shares or It Works people. Okay. So, some of you guys have it great, 4 and 16, Christina's got all 20, Carrie Ann's got 17, and so this is just a good thing to do a couple times throughout the month and just reality check. If you're not signing customers, if you're not signing distributors, are you doing the things every day? Would you buy from you? And then what do your algorithms look like? How are your engagements going? Okay. Yeah. Maybe a couple new tools in your tool belt. Does this feel good? I thought about doing something a little different today. Okay. Now the last thing I want to share with you guys before we have our guest share is, I don't remember where we were on a call or maybe it was a live video or something, but, have you guys heard of 75 hard? Some people are shaking yes, some people are shaking no. I honestly don't know what it is. Besides, you're supposed to do these things every day for 75 days. And if you don't do it, then you have to start over. Is that a fair statement, Mandy?
Yes. So you don't drink alcohol. You follow some sort of a diet. You have to exercise twice a day, one outside, one inside, and you have to grow your mind. And if you don't do it, you start all over. So
drink a gallon of water
for everything. Yeah. And a gallon of water.
And take a picture every single day. And is this a sign that I'm supposed to do it? Because it's been brought up in my life like 20 times the last 2 days.
Chelsea, lay off the alcohol. My goodness.
I mean, girls gotta have what she wants,
Pump and dump, Chelsea.
I'm not breastfeeding. Holla.
Okay. Back to focus. So you guys, when I heard this, I didn't know what it entailed, but I was like, I want a 30 hard. I want a 30 hard for our team because you guys, this business is so simple, but you have got to show up and work it every single day, whether you feel like it or not. Okay. So I created a 30 hard. And instead of starting on November 1st, we're just going to start it today. And for anybody who wants to do it, this is a tool for you to use. Okay. If you don't want to, you don't have to, but this is a tool if you would like to use it. When I think about the bare minimum of what needs to get done, it is on this 30 hard. Okay. Now you guys should still be doing your KPI every single day. Okay. But I'm just trying to simplify it. Here's another tool for you to use. Okay. Another tool. I get it. I know I'm just a teacher, so ignore me. So here is what I want to show you. I made it as a story slide. It says complete each of these tasks for 30 days straight. If you miss a day, you have to start over. And so number 1 is listen to Stranger's Secret. You guys, my mind has been on a person for a few days and it is like taking me out of my game, like in a bad way. And so I've been listening to Stranger's Secret for almost since the start of the month. Every single morning, I put it underneath my pillow before I even leave. And this morning, it hit me like a ton of bricks that was like, what you think about is what comes about. And so if I'm so concerned about this person and it's like bringing me down every single day, then that's what I'm going to continue to bring in my space. And so I listened to this book And then I just sat there and said affirmations to myself over and over and over again, that I'm a good leader, that everyone wants to join my team, that I have the strongest pack in the world. And I just kept saying these things because those are true. Okay. The other stuff isn't. And so strangest secret every single day. And I think that a few of you leaders can attest to this. Every single time we promoted, and I can't believe I forgot about this, every time we've ever promoted, it's because we've listened to this book every single day. Anybody, like, can someone say amen to that? Like, if that was for you?
Amen. Amen.
True.
Amen.
Mandy,
Diamond,
Kelly
double,
Jo,
triple.
anybody else have this experience when they're promoting?
Yes.
Who said that?
Tasha.
Okay. Like, it's just insane. So you guys can get this free on YouTube. Okay. You just type in The Strangest Secret by Earl Nightingale, and I'll post the link in the pack chat. You can actually listen to it in double speed on YouTube. It's 30 minutes long. So if you listen to it in one speed, it'll be 30 minutes. I listen to it in double because I've listened to it probably 5,000 times. And so every single morning, Strangest Secret. I'm telling you, you're going to think it's crazy, but I'm telling you, it'll change your life and it'll change your business. Like everything will change. Okay. Number 2 is to journal your goals. I don't care what this looks like, but like every single morning you write down at least 1 to 5 goals on a piece of paper. So get yourself a cute little notebook from Ross and write down your goals, journal your goals, journal your gratitude, journal first, like every single day. Okay. Number 3 is get up 5 hosts to post. Before you go to bed at night, you have up 5 hosts to post. Every single person can do this, whether you're on a power hour, whether you do it on your own, but 5 hosts to post. The other 2 is 20 new reach outs. Now, I printed my Facebook friends list. If you don't have a printer, you're just going to sort your Facebook friends list from oldest to newest, and you're just going to start at the top and you're going to send 20 new reach outs. Make sure that you keep adding friends. That way you never get to the end of your list. Okay. But we start with the oldest friends first because we don't want to message the people that we just became friends with. Okay. But 20 new reach outs every single day. When I went diamond, I was doing 50 new reach outs every single day. So by doing 20, you guys, number 1, that gets a third or 2/3 of them done off your KPI list, right? Because we're doing 30 connections on there. And so 20 new reach outs, new messages to people, not follow-ups, not host post responses, not happy birthdays. Like, this is either asking them about products or business. Okay. And then 3 posts a day. Okay. It can go on your post or it can go on your stories, but every single day, products, business, you. Like, if I scroll through your story, just like I asked tonight, there's always something about the business. There's always something about products, and you are always there in your stories. And then same thing on your wall. But sometimes I don't always do products and business on my wall every single day, because sometimes I do a giveaway or I need something different. But every single day, you make sure that you either have posts and stories, products, business, you. And then down here at the bottom, it has blank complete. And to hold ourselves accountable, throw it in your stories every single day. People are going to start asking, what is this 30 hard? And you're not going to want to miss it because you're going to know you're going to have to start over. Right. And so you're going to hold yourselves accountable every single day, put some check marks or do a little fun GIF on the boxes that you got them done. I tried to keep it a little bit generic. So it wasn't like message 20 new people. Like some people don't know what a host to post is, and 20 new reach outs. What does that even mean? And so I tried to keep it a little bit generic so that way we could put it in our stories. If you want me to write something different, I'm open to that before I send it. But I'm committed to this 30 hard, and I would love for you guys to do it with me because I feel like this is what we need. They talk about it all the time, that this is like the slow season, but I'm like, it's not slow for us. We are booming. And I know that this is going to be the thing that helps you guys reach your goals by the end of the year for sure, by just committing. So if you are in, I want you to write 30 hard in the chat. Does anybody have any questions?
So are we starting this like tonight, like right now before we go to bed, or starting tomorrow? Just to clarify.
You can decide. If you got it done today, today can be day 1. If you commit to yourself that you'll get it done today, like I only have 4 hosts to post up, but I'm going to make sure I get 5 up before the night's over. I already listened to Strangest Secret. Maybe you'll listen to it tonight. Maybe you'll send your 20 reach outs tonight. So you can decide whether you start today or tomorrow, but you got to go 30 days without missing a day. Even like your Sabbath, we're going 30 days straight, unless if you want to choose that the Sabbath doesn't count. You get to decide that. Like, I'm not your boss. For me, I'm going 30 days straight. And even on my Sabbath, I'll just make sure I work extra hard at night or I'll have my business work for me during the day because I can make a post Saturday night. And so that's it. Okay. I see a lot of 30 hearts. Does anybody have any questions? I think it's a weird name, 30 hard. Now that I'm like reading it all over the place, like 30 hard. How about if we come up with a new name? Is that okay before I send it in the back chat?
Just do the pack 30.
Pack 30. Thank you. Okay, we're gonna call this the pack 30. Oh,
Candace
God, I had
said
that,
30 strong.
Pack 30 strong. I like that one too. Okay. 30 strong, 30 pack. Okay, pack 30 strong. We're putting them together. Thank you guys for that. Okay, anybody else? I keep seeing people like going to unmute and then not. Are we good?
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and unmute anyway, because it probably doesn't only just apply to me. But if you're doing something else with your team, this can work with it because it incorporates everything.
Yes, and that's, I mean, this is basically the KPI, right? But a way to hold yourself accountable, and it puts in the journaling and it puts in the stranger's secret, because I do believe that those are two pieces that we need. We need our mindset right, and we need to be writing down our goals. They say it all of the time, and I'm going to make up this statistic. This is not true, but 90%, you're more 90% of reaching your goals when you write them down. Yes? Can I say that? I mean, does anyone know the actual number? I mean, it's a pretty high number. So when you actually write them down, you hit it. And so if every single morning we're all writing down what our goals are and we have a good mindset and we're doing these bare minimum 5 host posts, 20 reach out messages, making sure that our business is open every single day, I have no doubt we're going to be so successful. And you guys, right now, the work that you're doing right now is going to pay off in January. You'll have some payoff now, but people are watching you right now because they want to know what you have come January, so that way they can get it from you when they're ready to commit. Because a lot of people are gonna be like, oh, it's the holidays, I'm gonna wait till January. So they're watching you now. So get those results, be consistent, create your systems, because I mean, from now till March, this is boom season for us. Okay. Thank you. 42%. I like 90% better. Okay. So, all right, I am really excited, you guys. Caitlyn Heron, I don't know how to say anybody's names. This is embarrassing. Caitlyn gets to share Heron, like the bird.
Like the bird, yes.
Gets to share her story with us tonight. And so yeah, I'm just gonna have you share it. I might stop and interrupt you and ask questions. And then I'll ask you whatever comes to my heart after you get done. But I mean, I just picked you because you just hit Ruby today, which it took you were Ruby at the last day of the month, last month, you were Ruby on the last day. You're able to push back your orders. You're growing into your leadership, and you're new, but you're also not new. And so it will give us a good perspective on both sides as far as how we can be successful.
Okay, well, I guess I'll start from when I started the business. I started this business June 7th of this year. And I started it because I wanted to live more comfortably and be able to help my husband with bills or anything that we want to do, such as go out to dinner. But deep down, I knew it was more than that. And I didn't think it was more than that until we went to the pack retreat. I'm going to get emotional, so don't judge. It's a judgment-free zone. I realized that I needed to learn to love myself. And that was a hard part. Just dedication to myself. Learn who I am, learn what I want to be, where I want to be. And also, I joined this business to have friends, and I didn't have friends before, really. And I didn't realize that that is what I really wanted to. And since I started this and after the retreat, I have gained so many friends, and it brought more things to my mind that I am determined of where I want to go. Like, I had the mindset like, oh, I want to be where Tamika is, because I want to be that leader and everything. But in a sense, I didn't realize at the time when I joined that that is actually where I wanted to be until after the retreat. Like, this is what I want. This is what I need, not for the money, but for myself. And after the retreat, I signed on 2 distributors in one day, and I felt joyed. I didn't know where to go, but I had all the support and love from everybody in the pack chat of where I needed to go, what I needed to do, how to say things, like scripts and stuff like that, and power hours. I didn't have power hours or even mindset calls in the morning, I wouldn't be where I am today because they've saved my life. I get in the right mindset every morning on Mandy's mindset. Like, this is what I want. This is where I need to be. I set my goals in the morning when I'm on that call. Like, this is where I'm going to be at the end of the day. And I do not go to bed until I finish where I'm wanting to be at. And it's not a trying thing, it's an I'm going to thing. And you just have to have that mindset and determination. And you can't have the quit, you need to have the grit in this business. And that's the thing with a lot of people, they just want to quit. Like, every day you say you want to quit, but you keep going at the same time. I've been there. I wanted to quit a couple times, but I knew that I needed this business, and not because of the money, but because of my mindset of where I needed to be at.
So let's talk about before. Okay, so you were a customer with me for a really long time, and you kept giving me all of the excuses on why you couldn't sign up. And so let's kind of go back a little bit in the sense of, where was your mindset then? Where was it when you joined? And then where is it now? Like, does that make sense?
Yes. Before I started It Works as a customer, my mindset was terrible. I hated myself. I didn't like myself at all. I didn't like my looks, nothing. And it was starting to take a toll on my relationship with my husband and my kids. And I figured, oh, something will help. And I tried everything to fix me. And then I think it was a host to post that somebody did for you, or I commented on yours, or I don't know exactly what, but I got in contact with Tamika, and we got me put on Thermophyte X, and I started losing weight, started feeling good about myself. My relationship started growing. And in that time, okay, so go back a little bit, in that time frame of me starting It Works, I wasn't where I wanted to be at living wise. I moved from family to a place I didn't know anyone. I was stuck at home. I had nothing. And it made my relationship hard as well, because I didn't want to be where I was. And then
So I want to stop you right there. Sorry for interrupting, but you guys, there are so many Caitlyns in the world right now feeling that same exact way. I see some hands raised, like maybe you feel that way right now. Maybe you did feel that way before you joined. Like, there are Caitlyns who feel this way, who have no idea what this is and what this can do for them. And so I kind of want you to talk on, because you kept giving me excuses.
Mm-hmm.
How did you feel when I would combat the excuses? Did you feel like I was pestering or bothering you? Did you want to block me on Facebook? Because I mean, I'm pretty sure I asked you like 6 or 7 times, and just one thing after another thing after another thing. And I want you to share on this, because some of you guys are getting the objections when you know that this business, like, I'm talking to a girl right now who is extremely depressed, overweight, has no friends, has no money. And I'm like, this is your answer. Like, listen to me. But I have to just keep being patient. I have to keep messaging her. And so be honest. Okay. Were you annoyed? Were you Like obviously you didn't unfriend me or block me, you know, so was it okay? Or like, what was your viewpoint on it?
Like a little bit, I felt annoyed, but then again, I was like, she's just trying to help, and not in a sense of doing your job, but you're trying to help is the thing, and be able to get people to where they want to be and not feel the way I was feeling. Because I shared with you a little bit before, like when I was on, you're just a loyal customer of things, and I think that's why I shouldn't say pester, because it wasn't a pester and it wasn't really annoyed, but I don't even know how to put it into words. In a sense, I thought it was like a godsend that you kept on doing, like saying what you said and asking me to join the business, because in deep down, I know I needed to do it. And like, if that was point blank, I probably would have just said, no, I don't want to be in this business whatsoever. I never said no, I just said not now, which that ended up turning into, yeah, I'm going to sign up. And I signed up.
Well, and let me say, you never said not now. You said, I don't have money. I have to talk to my husband. I don't have time. I don't have, like, she didn't say no, but she said no in a lot of different ways. And so,
yeah,
like, you guys have to understand that unless if they block you, there is something deep down that really wants to do it.
And I like seeing your stuff.
Okay. Okay, so fast forward to you sign up. Did you feel successful right away?
I shouldn't say I felt successful, but I felt a relief that I wasn't as stressed, that I knew something was going to change. Like I knew it was a godsend that I signed up. Like I was driving, honestly, which don't text and drive, people. It's not good. But, I was driving from Riverton to Casper for my son's birthday party, and I just felt discouraged at the fact that I couldn't afford the things for my son for his birthday to make it such a wonderful birthday. And when she messaged me when I was leaving Riverton, I was just like, I don't care what my husband says. I'm doing this, not for anybody else but me. And after I signed up and everything, I just felt a relief go over me and be like, what is going on? And not even putting it lightly, I bawled my eyes out. Like, what did I just do? I know it was good, but I don't know what I'm getting myself into. And with that being said, the first week was very like calm but stressful at the same time, trying to learn everything at once. But I just went with the flow. I posted when I was on the road. I pulled over, I should say. I pulled over and I posted a post. And instantly I got messages, not messages, but comments. And I'm just like, Tamika, what do I do? And the thing is, I love this team because we have all the support and your leaders are great. Like I don't think there's anything wrong with this pack whatsoever. We have so much support, and from anybody, just like today with the question we got asked about the coffee. I asked and I got responses on reviews, and it had helped people just open their minds, I should say, of what they need or want. If I go way back to 5 years ago, six now, I joined this business and I was with somebody on this business and they just did it for the money pretty much. They didn't help us. They didn't tell us what to do. They did nothing. So and I think that's also what stopped me as well joining this business, because I was scared that would happen and I would be stuck. And when Tamika reached out to me and was like, you're good. She didn't say you're going to do this business, but that's what I seen is you're going to do this business. And I couldn't be happier. I have amazing friends with this business now. I have Tamika, Mandy, I don't even, pretty much everybody that is on this call, and Candace. Like, I don't, I'm a lot of, I'm lost of words. I can't talk. I'm so like flustered, but I'm so thankful for this business, and it's not even for the money. And a lot of people join this business for the money, but in the end, it's not just the money.
It's really the person that you become if you let it. And so
Exactly.
last thing that I kind of want you to touch on is the quitting. Okay. Quitting, wanting to quit is everybody. You guys, it's me, sometimes a couple times a week. And you have to have your why, and you have to be stronger than your excuses. And like Caitlyn said, like you trade in that quit for grit, and you just put your head down and you just keep doing it. And like, it's just interesting to me when people do quit, like you're not just quitting on you're quitting on your team, you're quitting on your market that you've built up, the people that have trusted in you and believed in you. And if the business isn't right for you, that's fine. Like it you may decide later on that it's not for you, but like you can't make that decision on a bad day. And I just think like right now, with all of us on here, and I'm like scrolling through and I'm looking at you guys' faces as Caitlyn's talking, like what we have is so special. And it like Caitlyn's saying, it's not about the money. Like some of you guys really need the money and we're here to help you make it, but really it's about the person that you become in this process. And are you open to the growth? And Caitlyn, I just want you to end with, has it been like easy showing up every morning and getting on Mandy's calls? Has it been easy showing up and doing your work every single day? But like, why do you keep doing it? And like, what can you tell to the people who keep starting over because they're quitting on themselves, or they're taking some days off and then they're relaunching again? What can you say to people about the importance of consistency and showing up? Because sorry, I'm gonna say one more thing and then I'm gonna stop talking. But one thing that I feel like has made you successful is you've shown up from day one. And everybody else who's on the call that I can see right now, like they don't miss the power hours. They don't miss the mindsets, or they're going back and watching the recordings. Like they arrange their schedule to show up as much as they can so they can learn as much as they can, so they can keep their fire lit. And so can you just talk about the grit over the quit a little bit?
Yeah. So, this whole week has been super hard for me. Many personal reasons I can't talk about right now, but I'm still showing up, not for my family and for myself, because I know it makes me a better person. And also because I am the person that likes to help people and want to reach those goals, or even join this business and do what makes them happy. Like I get up every morning. Some days I don't even want to get up in the morning, but I know I have to, whether it's because my kids wake me up or because my alarm's going off, be like, hey, Mandy's call. But it's just one of those things, like I can't remember. It was like the first time that I went up to North Dakota to see my husband. That whole week I tried, and I know that's a bad word, but it's in the past. I tried to just let it be. And because I was so stressed with not having internet, trying to figure out how to get on calls and everything like that. And I was able to get on some calls, but it was just scratchy pretty much. It was breaking up. And I pretty much had to restart at the beginning of September because I was going nowhere and business wasn't booming for me. Pretty much all of September until last week when I ranked up twice, because when I got back home, I was like, I messed up. I shouldn't have taken off that week, and I have to rebuild now pretty much because my team is not going anywhere because I am not being the leader I'm supposed to be and what the leader that I want to be. I felt like I failed my team and it failed myself pretty much. And it probably was the worst feeling ever because I let people down. and I don't like letting people down because I like helping people. But quitting, it's hard because you have to restart everything. And that's why I just said choose grit over quit, because you just need to push through the day, whether you want to or not, because how are you ever going to build a business to where you want to be and set your goals to which you want them to be?
I like that. And you guys, like, life happens, right? Like sometimes there isn't service, and so you can't beat yourself up about all of those things, right? But you can just learn and do things differently next time, and the other thing too, during that time, you still tried to show up as much as you could. You still were consistent in the places that you could. And it's like having that faith of, I'm going to do as much as I can right now while it's not prime for me, but then because you did that, your business was able to take off at the end of September. Like you didn't stop completely. You just had to work around the elements. And you can't blame everything on yourself, of course. But I like what you said, is that you weren't the leader that you wanted to be for your team. And you guys, I know for me, that's what keeps me going every single day. On the days that I don't want to go, the days I don't want to do things, I look at you guys. I look at all of you guys like on a call, or I see you in a picture, or I'm scrolling your posts, and I'm like, if I can't show up for myself today, I can at least show up for that person, because that person needs me. That person has faith in me. Or I need to be strong, for that person. And so we're all in this together, and we want everyone to be successful, but ultimately only you can do the work. Ultimately, only you can choose to show up. Only you can choose to be the leader that you wish that you had, or that you admire and that you want to emulate. But it's up to you. It's up to you to do the growth. It's up to you to show up to the calls. It's up for you to complete your task list. And like, that's it, And for some people, they'll see success real quick at the beginning, because maybe they have a lot of Facebook friends. Maybe the right people are seeing their posts. Maybe they're getting the host posts up. Maybe they're messaging 200 people a day because they can. Okay. You don't know what somebody else's story is. All you know is what you can do. And we all know our job is to sign customers and distributors. So whatever that looks like, you go until it's done. You go until you reach where you want to be. Okay. And you help your team get there too. So anyway, I appreciate you, Caitlyn. Thank you so much. You guys, the last thing that I want to end with this call is I just want to talk about the pack gathering real quick, because Caitlyn mentioned the pack retreat that we had in August, and it was so much fun. And for so many people, it was a changing point in their business. Okay. Like just getting to meet each other, getting to spend time with each other. The special guests that we had that allowed to work on some mindset stuff, just having fun with each other and building those relationships. Like that pack retreat was life-changing for I think everybody who was there in one way or another. Okay. And so we're doing a pack gathering in January. It's January 22nd or 21st through 24th. The retreat or the conference goes the 22nd and 23rd. So I'm going to rent the house the day before, and then the last day after. So that way you can come in on a Thursday, you can leave on a Sunday. And I would love for everybody who feels comfortable to be there with us. You will have to pay for your own transportation to get there, and we will split the cost of the house and food. But I'm going to pay for, I picked out some shirts. So everyone who comes will get the cutest shirt ever, a little gift package. And then I'll have a special guest there. I just like to do that at retreats, bring in somebody from the outside to just help us grow in a different way. And so if you don't have the link to that, it was in the email that I sent on Monday. It's under Pack Gathering. I can try and post it in the chat real quick. But if you guys can just make time to be there. Like I said, if it's something you're comfortable with, it is in Salt Lake City, Utah. I don't know what COVID's going to look like come that time, but it's just really a chance for us to be together and create change in your business. And yes, people that are not going can still get shirts. That's fine. I was just saying that I'm going to have like little gift bags for everybody who is there. Okay. So there is the document. If you just click that, write your name down, whether you're coming or not. And then, am I missing anything? Are there any questions about it? we'll get to watch
I
conference
just want to touch
together.
on something really quick.
Yes, please.
You guys, when she talks about quitting, she's not kidding. Don't ever quit. I'm being serious. Like, just don't. Like, I quit twice before. Hi. But seriously, and I just paid my net renewal for, what is it, 4 years, Tamika? Oh,
4 years.
Hannah.
4
You
years
guys, and I
total. never
never paid it before. I never paid my renewal before. And I promise you, when you actually commit, everybody has bad days. Like, I'm going to be honest, the last 4 weeks, I'm like, what am I even doing here? I have a newborn baby and I feel like that's like sucking everything out of me. But I'm not, like, never quit. Just never quit. Okay.
And when you stay close to the fire, it definitely helps, you know? And so when you're feeling like alone or those thoughts come to your mind, that's when you have to hop on a call. That's where you've got to reach out and talk to someone. Thank you, Chelsea, for sharing that.
Can I share something real quick?
Yep.
It's just reiterating the don't quit. You know, guys, I started this company 3.5 months ago for the ones that are brand new here. Most of what I have is because of one of my leaders, because she built me up. I've signed 3 DTs. Actually, I think I've signed more, but 2 of them quit on me. And I was so discouraged. But I will tell you what, this team will pick you back up and keep you pushing through. They're a wonderful group of ladies, and I think we do have gentlemen on here too. We push each other through. That's what makes this pack strong, because we don't leave each other alone. We're all here for each other.
Right.
So my best thing is I'm going to call out Leilani because she's my leader, and Tamika because you guys never let us give up and you don't let us quit. So thank you.
And you guys, like, I've had hundreds, even thousands, I think now, quit in my downline. I'm still here. Not going anywhere. And how does it make you feel when your downline quits on you? Why would you give that feeling to your upline? Just because it made you discouraged? They just weren't your people. You'll find them if you just keep going. Okay, so any other questions, thoughts, comments before we wrap it up tonight?
Can I say something about this, like, pack 30 challenge, 30 pack challenge? Okay, so I was watching, one of our leaders was doing like a YouTube training, and she said that when she went triple diamond, she was posting like what her goals were, how much she needed to fill every day. Like, hey, I need 60 customers. Hey, and so she was so loud about everything, like down to the minuscule 86 BV, and she hit it. So I'm so excited about this. So this is like the second time that I've seen it this week about how we should be posting about what our goals are for other people to see, because then they're like, they're invested in what you're invested in. So those of you who are maybe on the, like, I don't know if I want to do this, I can't commit, like, just think of it this way. Give it 30 days. It's 30 days. And if a leader is saying, this is what I did to do to make my promotion, then something is working for her. So why wouldn't it work for you? Right?
Amen to that. And I'll tell you, when we were going for that huge presidential push in May, and I was so loud about how much I needed, I had people messaging me all night long. Did you hit it yet? Did you hit it yet? How much more do you need? I'll put in an order. Like, because I was so loud about it all month long, like, people were like, how much money do you need? I can put in this much. And, you know, we missed it by 6,000, which is so close, you guys. We made it to 94,000, which was just unreal, right? But when you're loud about where you're going and what you need, people want to help you. So I love that extra tip. Thank you, Brandy. Okay, you guys, I like want you to know from the bottom of my heart how much I love these pack calls on Thursday. And I appreciate you guys being here. And like, I just feel so strong with you. And that this is our chance to really, like, just a little bit more casual, like, get to spend time together, talk together, share what's on our heart, share what's on our mind. And it just means a lot to me. So please keep coming. back every Thursday. If you guys have suggestions or things that you want training on or to talk about, send me a message. On the Sunday weekly pack preps, if you guys saw my video on Sunday, did you like that? Like a little, like I made it Saturday night, just real quick. I only did one take too. And that's why the peace sign came out at the end, because I got awkward and weird. Okay. But like, if you want to share like a tip as far as like a tip for the week, I would love like a video. I can throw that in there. You know, if you want me to make sure I include something or anything like that, you guys like this is our team. This is our pack page. This is like our promotion. This is our stuff, you know, and all you guys have your own individual strengths. And so if you ever have suggestions or you want to do something, do it. Like you're your own person, you're your own leader. Try it out. If it works, great. If it doesn't, let's revamp it. But you know, I just want all you guys to step into your strengths and be you, and make sure that you do the work to hit your goals. Okay. All right, you guys. Thanks so much for being on, and we will see you tomorrow morning. Me and Mandy are doing the corporate power hour. What? And so if you want to hop on that, it'll be the hour before our regular power hour. It is at 10 Eastern time. And then we have our power hour at 11 Eastern time. I just said in Eastern time because that's when I had to make the little photo thing. So, you know, you can hop on and you can do 2 power hours tomorrow morning and then be done with work for the day, hopefully, but we'll be there. So, all right, you guys, see ya.